Remember, you want to have all four parts for your reasons to make sure that you're really explaining to your so that they understand you. So again, I start off with an opinion. Halloween decorations are the best. There's my new opinion. Now I'm talking about decorations. And I want you to notice something. Once I finish talking about scary movies, that's it. I don't want to start talking about scary movies again later on in my writing. I don't want to start talking about decorations and then go, oh yeah, and then my favorite scary movie is this one where this guy does this or that. Because then my reader's gonna get confused and go, wait, hold on. That's a decoration or it's a movie? And if my reader gets confused, if they have to stop and try to figure out what I'm saying, they're not going to enjoy my writing as much. And it's going to be harder for them at the end to figure out what was I trying to say. So once I start talking about decorations, I stop talking about the movies and I just focus on decorations. There's my opinion. Halloween decorations are the best. Then I have my reason. Why do I think they're the best? The decorations we use look the most interesting and colorful. Well, there's my reason. I think that they're more interesting, they're more colorful than the decorations for other holidays. Oh, what's my example? What do I mean by that? There is a 10-foot tall decoration of a worm with white and black stripes, and it has a purple and green mouth. So I explain there about the different colors and that I think it's interesting. It's not normally a decoration you would see for a different holiday. And then I give my opinion again. But I don't want to be boring and just repeat the same sentence. Halloween decorations are the best. I want to say it a different way. The decorations for Halloween are better than any other kind of decoration. Again, I have all four colors. I gave my opinion, I gave my reason, I gave my example, and I gave my opinion again. Brianna, make sure we're focused. Now that's good for two reasons. But I had a third one. I want to make sure that if I can, I include my third reason. So I'm going to take a look at my brainstorming real quick. And let me pull up mine. Hold on, sorry. Let me find my brainstorming. And I said that my favorite, or the next thing was the costume. So I like scary movies, I like the decorations, and I like the costume. So now I'm going to talk about the costume. I'm going to start off by saying that. I'm just going to give my opinion. Hold on. I don't want it to be orange. I really enjoy seeing people in their Halloween costume. Period. So there's my new opinion. Now, since I'm talking about costumes here, once I start talking about costumes, no, right now, Nakai, you're just watching mine. I'm going to finish off my third reason, and then we're going to be able to go and work on ours. Again, once I start talking about costume, that's it. I'm not going to start talking about decorations anymore. I'm not going to talk about scary movies anymore. I just want to talk about the costume. So now I need to give a reason. Why do I like seeing people in their costumes? Because again, even though some people will understand me right away and they'll go, oh yeah, the costumes are great. Some people again might go, oh, but people dress up like in ugly costumes sometimes, or oh, they look all gross and slimy. Oh, why do you like that? So I need to give them a reason. Why do I like the Halloween costume? Now, for me, what I think is that when people come up with their Halloween costumes, I like that they can be scary, that they can be silly or funny. I like that they can be really simple, or they can be very, very complicated and interesting. It really depends on the person. Some people like very simple costumes. Something that maybe you're just kind of dressing up in clothes that make you look like a character from a TV show or something like that. Some people like to go a little bit further. They like to use face paint or masks or things like that, make them look even more like a character. Some people, some people go all out. They have specific clothes that go with that character, or some people when they do their makeup for that character, they add texture to it. They make their face look way different than it normally does. And they add all sorts of colors. They'll change their hair, the color of it sometimes. It can be very impressive to see what people come up. So, I can give that as my reason that I like that costumes don't just have to be one thing. They don't just have to be scary. They can be silly, they can be funny, they can be simple, they can be complicated. They can be a lot of. This is going to be my yellow part now, my reason. Halloween costume can be simple or complicated. Or actually, I'm going to make a list of things. I don't need to put or there. I just need a comma and a space. They can be simple, complicated, scary, funny. Let's see. How else did I describe them? It can be simple, complicated, scary, funny, or plain. Your Halloween costume really can be whatever you want. You can put as much effort as you want into it, or you can make it as simple as you want. So now I need an example. So I can think of an example of maybe, like I was telling you, some people just put on, let's say a t-shirt or pants that matches the character. Some people go out and they'll paint their face or wear a mask. And some people some people don't even they make their costume. And they make it out of all sorts of pieces that they have to glue or tie or sew together and have all sorts of things. And I like seeing people's ideas. Like I can write that as my example. Some people just buy a shirt and pants or a dress, because they might dress up as someone who wears a dress, like a Disney princess or something, or a dress that matches their costume. But some people, oh, sorry, I forgot to put a space, paint their faces, because it is people, not one person. Some people paint their faces or make their costumes themselves from all sorts of materials. So I don't know if you guys have ever seen like people who go to things like Comic-Con where they dress up like all sorts of different superheroes and stuff. Some of the people that go to those conventions, the costumes that they make are incredible. Absolutely fantastic. They look just as good as the superheroes in the movie or in the comic books or anything like that. No, Chase, not at 2, but also that's not very close. So we shouldn't be worrying about what time we get off. But if you haven't seen the way that people dress up when they go to like Comic-Con or things like that, it is very, very impressive. I've even seen people that they make a couple of people that have made like the helmet, the Iron Man helmet, but some people have taken the time to even make it so that it works just like it does in the movie, where the face pops out and goes up on its own. Then it'll come down and close and the lights will turn. People really put lots of time and effort into things like costumes and they want it to look good. And some people just want to look silly and goofy. And they'll buy a costume and that's fine too. And I think it looks great either way. Yes, Violet.
I was Wonder Woman last year.
That's cool. And I like that, like you said, last year. Sometimes people will use the same costume kind of over and over again, but a lot of times people they'll wear a costume for 1 year and then the next year they come up with a completely different idea. They're not always the same person or the same thing every year. And I like that it's not always, oh, Violet's going to be Wonder Woman again. She might, but she might come up with a completely different costume the next year or the year before that. I'm sure it was different. And it's really cool to see all those different ideas that people come up with. Now, I'm not finished with this yet. I need to add my opinion again. And I don't want to be boring and just say I really enjoy seeing people in their Halloween costume. I want to make sure I say it a little bit different. But, like I just told you, I can actually use that sentence. Oh, I like to see the different ideas that people come up with for their costume every. Now I know on our Google Classroom that I got rid of a lot of our old assignments. But one of the things that I did leave was the stuff for our prompt because I know that we're not done yet. So don't forget that you can use the Oreo chart. And I know mine says my topic is Halloween because mine is Halloween. But if you picked Christmas or if you picked Valentine's or whatever you picked, make sure that you change your topic. Christmas to Valentine's, 4th of July, Easter, whatever you picked. And then we should have our last reason, that third thing that we like about that holiday. To fill out with our opinion, the reason we think that, example, finish. We're going to put it together so it's one long piece of writing. So I want you all to go ahead and start working on that. You can open up your prompts, you can open up your Oreo chart, and continue working our prompt. Should be on the third reason now. It's going to be in classwork, and the topic is writing a letter. So it's in the same place we found the DLR, just a little bit underneath that. So when you finish, like on mine, I have 3 reasons. I have scary movies are my favorite kind of movie. I have Halloween decorations are the best. And I really enjoy seeing people in their Halloween costume. So I've got my 3 reasons why I like this holiday. So when we finish today, that's what you should have too. You have 3 reasons why you like the holiday you picked, whether it was Christmas, Easter, Valentine's, whatever holiday you picked. And if we make sure that we're explaining or describing our reasons, we should also have a good chunk of writing like this. It shouldn't be a short little tiny piece of writing. Same thing, Nakai. You're going to open up your prompt. We're going to continue working on that. That's what we're working on right now.